What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Once again, if you guys are enjoying this series, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. Today, we're going to be continuing on with another story order vehicle, but we also have a couple of patch notes to go over. We're on patch 1.0.9 now. The first thing on the list, I did kind of just hand pick these as well. It's not every single new thing that they've added, just sort of a couple of things that I thought would be cool to go over. So not all of them are going to be applicable to us because we do still have to unlock and purchase more expansion things for our garage, but tuning brake rotors is now a thing. So we have slotted, and drilled, and ceramic rotors. We also have a new default paint type that's going to be gloss. We have a solid and a matte chameleon paint type as well, which sounds pretty neat. We got 40 plus new tuning parts. They don't actually say what new tuning parts those are. They just say there's 40 plus of them. Painted cars will now have a value bonus. So I'm assuming that if you have a vehicle and you were to go to sell it, if you painted it, the value of the car would actually go up just because of that. Additionally, washed cars kind of have the same type of thing. Metallic paint is apparently more metallic looking. We haven't actually seen any metallic cars yet, but hopefully that ends up looking pretty good. And then various other small fixes and updates. But that about does it for the patch notes. So let's go over here and take a look at our new story order, a 1990 BMW M3 Performance Edition, I guess. Sounds pretty cool. This one says, hey, hi. So yeah, I borrowed the car from my dad. He kind of doesn't know about it because he's on a business trip. And you see, it happened that I was driving home at night and something jumped out in front of the car. I was driving very slowly. I really was. I didn't manage to brake, and you can see the results of that in front of you. The car was thrown around a bit, but it can't be that bad, can it? Please do what you have to cover up the tracks. My father will hate me if he realizes that I messed around with his gem. It's his beloved car. Please make it quick. Repair or replace body parts, change oil, spray it the factory color. We can't do that yet. Uh-oh, we can't do that. Okay, this is kind of a problem because we only have 23,000 bucks. Let's go into here and let's see how much a spray booth is. $15,000. Okay, if we do this, we might not have enough cash left over to actually pay for the replacement parts for the vehicle. But we gotta do it, dude. We gotta do it. You know what? That's actually pretty sick. We can use that for the title and thumbnail. New paint shop? Exclamation, question mark, exclamation. We're now left with 8,900 bucks. We're not gonna have any more of that black primer for replacement body panels. We're actually going to be able to match the factory color or change a vehicle's color entirely, which is very, very sick. Let's go ahead and take on the M3 order and we'll see what this thing is all about, dude. That looks really gross. Also, the image of it was black. This vehicle appears to be blue, so that's kind of interesting. Let's first send it to the car wash. It'd be kind of pointless to paint a dirty vehicle. I feel like that doesn't make much sense. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude, look at that thing. Holy crap. So this building used to look nothing like this, which honestly is kind of funny. So we must have paid some contracting service to come in here and completely demo that building and replace it with a new one, because like I said, they don't look similar whatsoever. We're gonna go check out the paint booth, but first we got to get all the dirt off this vehicle, dude. It is looking real nasty. Look at that. Okay, so we have like a gray, sort of like a steel slate gray maybe, and then like a dark blue. Really interesting color scheme going on here. So I wonder what the actual factory color of the vehicle is. We'll find out here in a moment. Let's clean the interior just because we're a nice guy. Looks like we have a wheel to be replaced as well in the back there. But now we can send it back into car lifter A. So we're not gonna, obviously I'm not gonna spray a car when there's rust on it. So I think it's probably in our best interest if we replace the broken body panels or the damaged body panels. Additionally, I am gonna use the welder because the main quarter panel, the frame rails of the vehicle definitely need done. 500 credits? I thought this cost 1,000. Maybe the rust isn't as bad as the other vehicle we did, but There you go, dude. The whole frame and this rear quarter, the roof, all of that has been repaired. Let's go ahead and move the welder back to where it came from so we can clear some space out. We'll put her up on the lift as well. I'm really curious to see what all we have to do to this vehicle. I know it kind of went into detail about it, but not all that much. Repair or replace body parts. So here we have front bumper B, front left fender, front right fender, rear bumper B, right headlight B. Is that really all they want replaced? Everything else they just want us to spray over the rust? Like, look at this hood. It's horrible. It looks really, really bad. And they don't want us to replace it, I guess. Unless they do, and it's one of the parts that hasn't been discovered yet. Let's actually remove the hood. There we go. 29% on the hood. And that is not one of the parts that needs to be discovered. So yeah, they actually just want us to leave that thing rusty and gross. I guess we can do that. We're not going to have enough money to buy a new hood anyways. Kind of a shame, if I'm being honest. We also can't repair any damaged panels just yet. Okay, front bumper. There we go. Right headlight. That would be this blue one, right? Yeah, because right side would be passenger side. And then the rear bumper as well. Yeah, dude, he really did spin around pretty good because that rear bumper was all sorts of dinged up. The trunk lid, all the glass. This door definitely needs replaced, but unfortunately, we're probably not going to have the funds to do that. So let's go ahead and buy everything that we need now. We're going to go into the shop under body tuning shop for the BMW M3 because that front bumper is the bumper B. That's sort of a custom one, if you want to call it that. Then we have the right headlight, kind of the same thing on that. Rear bumper, and then the fenders are just going to be factory fenders. So we just have to go to body work. There we go. And let's see, left fender, 150, right fender, 150. There we go. And I'm pretty sure that's everything that we need. If we can, ladies and gents, if we have enough money left over after all the other stuff is all said and done, I will replace the hood and all the other rusty and gross looking components, the window glass, all that good jazz. But I don't think we're going to have the funds for it. I really don't. We'll see also because we're going to have to take quite a few pieces off of this vehicle. So there's a chance that we might get some decent coin for selling broken pieces. You never know. Rear bumper going back on. All right, cool. So this is kind of what I was talking about. No longer are we going to have to worry about this black primer that we have on replaced body panels. We're actually going to be able to paint the vehicle, and it looks like we're going to paint this vehicle gray, I guess. Let's see. Factory color is like a gray or a white. See, and then the image is like a poop brown. I don't understand that, but that's okay. So with those few body panels replaced, I think we're probably good to move on to the next step. I'm going to save spraying it the factory color until the very end, just in case we can replace those few body panels. But let's actually start at the rear of the vehicle because it does look like this wheel, for whatever reason, is pretty beat up. So we're gonna remove this, and that should tell us at least 2 of the parts that we have to replace. And actually it won't. We have to separate that as 2 components. There we go. And with that torn apart, if we go into our inventory, there we go. Okay, so we have 10% and 3% race tires too. That's kind of interesting. All right, we'll have to remember that. Oh dude, this is gonna be a cakewalk. Look at that. All the damage is just centralized right here, right in the passenger side rear of the vehicle. So this actually is pretty straightforward, to be honest. All right, it looks like that is about everything for this side of the vehicle. Does this thing have a... Oh, it does have a V8. Dang, playa. All right, that's pretty sick. Let's go back into here and just make sure we got everything. So there's one more part that we still have not discovered. It's probably going to be a rubber bushing. I can almost guarantee it. Let's pop back here really quick. Just take a look around, see what we see. Well, all the bushings in the rear appear to be in decent condition. Oh, dude, it's the oil filter. Of course, because we have to do an oil change on the vehicle. So that makes sense. And then additionally, we're going to have the Where is it? The wheel, yeah, the rim, the tire, of course. So let's get the oil filter pulled off of here, just so we can get that to disappear off the list. Make sure that is the one we need. Perfect. All right, so that is everything now diagnosed. We know what we need to be replacing. So we have change the oil, spray the factory color, coolant, washer fluid, both fairly easy on that. But now we have to do the race tire and the rim. These are always a little bit more difficult than they need to be. So let's go into our inventory and just make sure we know what we're getting. We need the 18A and an 18 with an offset of 0. 18A and an 18 with an offset of 0. I am not going to be able to remember this stuff, dude. Going to the rim shop. Here it is, 18A. We need one of those in an 18 with an offset of 0, not 5. There we go. 700 credits. Jesus. Okay, but that's the rim taken care of. Let's go to the tire shop, and we got to open up our inventory again. So it's a race tire. 235, 35, 18. That's pretty easy. 235, 35, 18. This race tire right here. So radius is going to be 18. 235. 35, 18, 825 for that race tire. Let's go back over to the tire changer. We now need to install those two pieces together to make one rolling wheel. There we go. Now we're gonna move it over to the balancer and do our thing really quick. You guys know the deal. There we go. This one's actually not that out of balance compared to most of them. Perfect. Okay, so if we had all the suspension stuff already replaced, we could of course just mount this puppy on up there and be on our merry way, but we do have to replace all those other components. So I'm gonna take the time off camera, purchase everything, and then we'll kind of have a short little time lapse just throwing everything back together here. Okay, I think that should be everything now sorted. Yes, everything except for spraying it the factory color. This is perfect. All right, so what I want to do next is actually move the vehicle over to our new paint shop. Very, very excited to see this place. Dude, look at that. Okay, so this is our spray booth. We've, of course, seen a lot of this stuff in the demo. And then over here, we have an additional paint shop little mixing area, it looks like. None of this is actually, like, interactable, but it's cool to see, you know, like this is what an actual paint shop would look like. They'd have all of these different pigments over here to mix in and make into whatever color they need that day. We got a big air compressor tank over here, a couple of other little odds and ends, some sanders and whatnot. Oh, look at that, dude. It even has like the grit on the back of the sandpaper, 2500 grit. That is so sick. Okay, but back into the paint booth here. So we have the paint shop, and then we have the paint shop. I wonder what the difference between the two is. I first just want to see how much it's going to cost us to spray the vehicle. Okay, 1,000 credits. So with 4,400 credits left to our name currently, that doesn't really allow us a lot of leftover money to purchase these other body panels we wanted to replace. So let's just see. I'm just going to calculate really quick how much it would cost to replace all the additional pieces here. Okay, if my calculations are correct,
if my calculations are correct,
we should be spending around $2,000 for everything, which still leaves us with enough money left over to actually spray the entire vehicle. So I think we're just gonna go through with it, dude. I don't see why not. So I'm gonna go around and mark each individual piece just so we know exactly what we need to get. We may even replace the license plates as well, just so everything is is brand spanking new. And while we're at it, I mean, we could replace that headlight, maybe both taillights. They're looking a little worse for wear. The only part that really sucks about this is we might actually get docked points for replacing things that the customer didn't request us replace. So that's maybe a problem. At least I'm not trying to replace like their whole interior, even though it definitely needs it. We aren't gonna have the funds for that. But with all of those panels torn off, dude, we can finally start purchasing all this stuff. Oh, right, that hood is actually gonna be in the body tuning shop. There we go, 450 bucks. I don't think I accounted for that. Oh, and we're gonna need the other headlight too. Okay, let me make sure that I'm getting the right stuff here. So left headlight B is what we're after. We got the right one already. That's another 325. Uh-oh. That's a little scary. And then the two taillights, that's an additional 400 credits. Should be fine, right? Should be fine. No sweat. All right, we're now down to 1,600 bucks, so we do have a grand left over to be able to spray the vehicle, but I just remembered we're probably gonna wanna replace both of these license plates, so I'm gonna make sure both of those are taken off the vehicle. We're gonna head back into the store, and then let's go to the license plate shop. There we go. We're just gonna get 2 standard plates. We're not actually gonna type anything in there, and it should automatically pull the original license plate number when we reinstall them. Should. Doesn't mean it will, that's just how it's supposed to work. Oh, and it actually had California plates before. Do I even bother buying the new ones? Nope. Nope, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered, dude. Let's get the trunk on there so we can at least put that new plate on there. Perfect. Yeah, see, it did not match the plate that was on there before. It was like on the road or something is what the original plate was, so not a match. Definitely not a match. Hopefully they don't notice. 2 new taillights going in. Got the rear window going in. Excellent movie, by the way, Rear Window. No one's gonna know what that movie is. It's a very, very old Alfred Hitchcock movie. If you haven't seen it, I'd highly recommend it. If you're into film, if you're not into videography or film at all, don't watch it. You're not gonna appreciate it for what it is. We got a new mirror, new windshield going in, new hood. Really excited to see that thing. Oh my God, dude, look at those vents. Actually, this car in black does not look that bad. I'm kind of feeling it. I mean black like just the black primer without an actual coat on it. It looks pretty solid. Let's get the other window in there, the other mirror. God, dude. See, they're either going to love us for replacing all this additional stuff or hate us for costing them more money. It's going to be one or the other. But let's go ahead and enter the paint shop once and for all. We're going to try to match the... See, it said factory color. God, I really like that gray though. It's a nice look. Let me just make sure that it wants factory color. Spray it the factory, okay? Factory paint, not the current paint, but the factory paint, which would be white in this case. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully that's the right thing. You can see here we have current color and factory color. So I'm going with factory, just trying to make that very, very clear. But we have gloss, we have solid, we have metallic, pearl, matte, chrome, chameleon, matte chameleon, and back to gloss. A lot of really, really solid contenders in here for paint jobs. I'm gonna go with the gloss. I feel like that looks the best. We're gonna paint it, dude. Let's hold enter. Get our first coat on there. God dang. Okay, the sound effect is far superior compared to CMS 18 as well. The original one, ugh, not a fan. This one, much better. Much, much better. A lot nicer on the ears, that's for sure. But look at that, dude. This thing is crazy looking. Crazy good looking. So we now only have 422 credits to our name, but it's not the end of the world because we have finally finished this order. This one was actually a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be, and I'm glad we had enough credits left over after the purchase of the paint booth and after the purchase of all the other parts that we needed. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and finish the order and we'll see what we're left with. I don't think we're gonna, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think we're gonna be up to the 20,000s again, but we're looking pretty good at 11K. So let's exit the paint booth, go back into the garage. Of course, now that we, oh no, we haven't leveled up. Okay, so since I've kind of been structuring each episode around the story orders, I will continue to do the additional orders off camera. That way we have a new story order when we level up the next time we play. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Because as we sit right now, if we come back over to our phone, since we are still level 8, we're not going to have the next level story order. There's one per level. But I'm feeling good, dude. That went really, really well. And now that we have the paint shop, dude, like the sky's the limit. We can basically do whatever we want. Let's head over to our toolbox really quick and we'll see what we can do here. Actually, let's wait on that because we might get some additional XP. So we're gonna go to our inventory and we're gonna sell every single part in our inventory. We don't need any of that anymore. That puts us up to 12,300. Not doing too bad. We're gonna open the case, see what we get here. We're going for the middle one. Barn map, love that. And bonus case, also love that. Let's open the next one. See what we get here. Middle, another barn map. Okay, bonus XP. I'm digging that. I'm digging that a lot. Look at that, dude. That puts us to 495. I bet we only have to do like 2 side cars, 2 side missions to be able to level up to 9. So now we can look at our toolbox and we'll take a look at what we can do here. So we have 3 available skill points. I still don't really see the need to upgrade our running speed. That seems kind of silly to me. I do think a 5% discount on parts would be excellent. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock that one. Perfect. And since we have 2 left over, let's just do the next phase of that. So parking alley is cheaper by 50%. If we start to collect vehicles, I guess this is gonna make it a little bit more easier to do that, I think. I don't actually know where the parking alley's at, but we now have one, I guess. And with that, ladies and gents, I think that's where we're gonna wind down this episode at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.